Yeah, and yeah, thank you for being part of our community. We really appreciate that you set time for yourself and for achieving your big goals. Initially, I will speak about how we will do this, about the structure of these calls. We will start every time with principles, and I will share this with you so we can read these principles. And later, also next step will be that everyone will know the number. Yes, so we will speak and ask questions in the order. So we just have this meeting very well structured. So, and everyone will have 1 minute to share his wins. And after this, we will come to the next part of our call meeting that will be part of asking questions, and everyone will ask question. He will have from 1 to 2 minutes to ask questions, and other people, the participants of this meeting, will share their best, with the person. So everyone can bring from this meeting the best ideas and sharing from other participants. So let's start today. Those who receive this document can read from your document, and those who didn't receive, we can just read it from the screen. So let's now put we will say the number. So Daniel, it is 1. Christine will be 2. Vangelis 3. Ahmed 4. Maevi 5. Alan 6. Will 7. Yes, I just, as you appeared on my screen, this is how I gave this number. So we'll go in this order. Okay, so now we will read the principles of Mastermind. Yes, so it is based on the structure introduced by Napoleon Hill, and we will just follow the same structure for our masterminds. I begin every mastermind meeting by reading these 7 mastermind principles. So I would like you to start with reading. Everyone reads one statement. And number 1 is Daniel.
I release myself to the mastermind because I am strong when I have others to help me.
Thank you. And the next one, just follow with the number, like in order which we have.
I believe the combined intelligence of the mastermind creates a wisdom far beyond my own.
I understand that I will more easily create positive results in my life when I am open to looking at myself and my problems and opportunities from another's point of view.
I decide to release my desire totally and trust to the mastermind, and I'm open to accepting new possibilities.
I forgive myself for mistakes I have made. I also forgive others who have hurt me in the past, so I can move into the future with a clean slate.
I ask the mastermind to hear what I really want, my goals, my dreams, and my desires, and I hear my mastermind partners supporting me in my fulfillment.
I know, relax, and accept, believing that the working power of the mastermind will respond to my every need. I am grateful.
Dedication and covenant. I now have a covenant in which it is agreed that the mastermind shall supply me with an abundance of all things necessary to live a success-filled and happy life. I dedicate myself to be of maximum service to God and my fellow human beings, to live in a manner that we set the highest example for others to follow and to remain an open channel of God's will. I go forth with a spirit of enthusiasm, excitement, and expectancy. Yeah, these are the principles of Mastermind, and they have been sent to you, and you can have them always before we start. Now, also, we will give very quick introduction of our guidelines, so we all are in the same line. Mastermind guidelines. Who would like to start read? We can again read like this as we are. Daniel, let's read this quickly.
Okay, with this, okay, the mastermind is an alliance of two or more people working in harmony with a positive mental attitude toward a definite end.
The average mastermind group works best with 2 to 10 members, no more than 12. Time is the constraint.
Meet regularly, weekly if possible, have a pre-planned agenda to follow. It is best to have the leader, timekeeper, and note taker assigned ahead of time.
If you are in different cities, the meeting can be conducted on a conference call, Skype, Zoom, or any other reliable meeting provider of your choice.
Your mastermind call should run like a Swiss watch. Ensure the call is timely. If you've committed to a 60-minute call, keep it within that time frame. Everyone's time is very important. Use it wisely. The mastermind leader should keep the call flowing smoothly. It's best when the leadership position rotates from one member to another. The timekeeper is responsible for timing each person's participation during the call to ensure it is kept on track. Use a watch, a stopwatch, or the timer right on your cell phone. As well, the note taker's role is very valuable for the recap of the call.
Roll call. The group leader should welcome each member as they join the call and assign each person a number, i.e. if there are 6 people on the call, each person would have a number from 1 to 6. This numbering system is used to designate order by which each person will speak.
6. Start the meetings by reading the mastermind principles. This is quite possibly one of the most important points of a call. The group can decide to have the leader read aloud all 7 principles and the dedication and covenant as the group follows along, or you can take turns so each member of the group can reading aloud until you are finished with the dedication and covenant.
Good news stuff. Start with each member starting their win for the week. This will create a high vibration to get the call started in a positive direction. Allow each person 1 to 2 minutes to share their win. Yeah, Daniel, you can start lead to 8, and yeah, just this is we finish. 3 more.
Yeah. Feedback and support. Each mastermind member needs to be prepared for the call to ensure maximum benefit for everyone. The timekeeper determines how much time each person is allocated, making certain to leave time at the end for agreeing who will lead the next call, keep time, etc. It is important that everyone understands the designated amount of time allocated is both to state their request and receive the group's response. Therefore, if the total time allocated for each person is 4 minutes and it takes 3 minutes for that person to share their request for feedback and support, it allows the group only 1 minute to respond. At the end of the person's time, the timekeeper would say, time is up, and the next person would be asked to begin.
Each member should be supported emotionally and verbally from the other group members. For example, someone wants a new home. One member might say, I see you driving up to your glorious new home, and I see your children running through your green, grassy backyard. Or someone on the call might provide expertise. resources, or a good contact in the real estate arena. The principle is that we can believe for others what they cannot fully believe for themselves. These are not idle words. You must create and project to the mastermind a clear vision of what the words represent.
10,
Depending, sorry, go ahead.
depending upon length of your call and the number in attendance, you may decide to leave room for a free-for-all or open discussion at the end, at which time anyone and everyone would have a chance to speak.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, so our next part is we will share our wins for this week. Yes, and we start again from Daniel. Yeah, we have 1 minute to share.
Okay. Okay, my win, I would say, is that my website is nearly ready to be launched and would be great.
Great, thank you. Congratulations, it is good step.
Thank you, Elena.
Yeah, so Christina.
Yep. Well, it's very funny that you did your website. I actually did a whole lot of work on my own, and it makes better sense now. Probably needs a little more work, but it's much better than what it was. So I'm happier with that. And I took a little time out for myself, which was very nice and well deserved.
Thank you, great. Vangelis?
I guess it could be the, I had a meeting with one of my mentors yesterday, actually, and the win is just getting more clarity on what I am looking for in the next steps of my life. And that's just the clarity was something really a good breakthrough for me. So that's a good win for me.
Thank you. Ahmed?
Yes, for me, I finished writing my first book, and it's time for publishing and looking for pipelines for distribution.
Great. Yeah. Marvin? Mavi?
Maeve. So my name is pronounced kind of like Dave, just with an M. So it's Maeve. And
Maeve.
so my win is I've just come off doing a 3-day workshop over the weekend, Friday through Sunday, and it went very well. The feedback was very positive, and I have 3 new clients.
Wow, congratulations. Great achievement. Okay, good. Alan?
I had a meeting with the head of a property group that I belong to on Saturday, and following that, I followed up on 3 hotel deals that I had previously initiated, and have made some progress on all those 3. So potentially one of them could be a really big deal. So I was very pleased in the progress I've made since Saturday.
Congratulations. Happy to hear that. Yeah, Will. Share.
The win for the week is I took apart my last event that I had in London, and got clear about everywhere where it needs fixing, all the little steps. I'm committed to building a really strong structure for acquiring good people to work with, like good leads. So I saw everything about the messaging. I saw everything about the email sequence, the follow-up, who we were targeting. Yeah, just so the win is to get clarity around that versus, oh, this is never going to work, it's screwed. But really get clarity. So that's the win, getting clarity.
Yes, and thank you. And my win was that I could support my mother when she had heart stroke last week. And yes, that I could manage my emotions when doctor said that like we have to get her agreement to use electric shock if her heart stops. And I said them, you don't need her agreement. I'm here to tell that you have to do everything what takes to get her back. And yes, I said that you don't need to speak to her because it will make her panic more, and they agreed. So I won, and I didn't scare my mother more. Yes, and now she feels better. So I really won that battle with doctors and didn't let him to scare my mother when she was not feel well. Yeah, so it needed courage and also emotional management. Yeah, great. So now we come to the next.
Can I share my win as well?
Oh, sorry, Farzin. Yes, of course. Sorry.
Okay.
I didn't
So
know. Okay,
You
Farzin.
didn't
yeah,
consider her name.
after
Yeah, sorry, Farzin. So you after Will, number 8. Sorry, I missed you.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, for me it was a something that I had in mind to do to just activate my YouTube channel, and I was delaying it for a long time. So finally, I just got the energy to just go through all the podcasts that I showed up as a guest. So I put all of them in that channel and a couple of videos, and I record a new video, and I'm starting a new series. It is called Friendly Chat with Farzin. So I recorded the first video, and I'm just planning to just put it in there and start promoting it.
Great. First step is the
Great.
most important. Yes, good. Congratulations to all, and thank you for sharing your wins. Our next step here will be asking a question. Yes, so everyone has 4 minutes to ask the question and receive the answer. Yes, and we will ask Ahmed to be timekeeper today. Yes, so what is your question that you would like the group to support you and give you ideas? Daniel.
Okay. Question about podcasts. What are the various ways to make a podcast very successful?
Yeah, who would like to answer? We have 3 minutes for to answer as a group.
Yes, I would share my experience because I've been there. There's no right formula. This is the formula of success, and that's it. One A, B, C, D, and that's it. It's not. The point is to just start with whatever you have, wherever you are, and you just moving forward. That's for me, it's a success. Success, it's a progressive realization of a worthy ideal goal. So if you love podcasts and if you love that sending that powerful message, that's enough to say it's a success. Thank you.
Who else? Christina. Yeah. You muted, Christina. You muted.
Sorry. Yeah, I know someone who runs 5-day challenges to set up and run your own podcast. He teaches that. He also has an academy where he takes you even further into how to make it successful. But basically, I agree with Ahmed, and this guy would also agree with this, that you just start doing your podcasts. And I run my own on YouTube, but I intend to put it also on Spotify and Apple. So, yeah.
1 minute remaining.
Yeah, and Dave or Maeve?
Yes. So I would say, Daniel, the big thing is consistency. So whether you do it once a month, once a week, once a fortnight, once a day, it doesn't matter, but that it's consistent and people know what the rhythm of it is. And I would say to speak to topics that are of interest to you as well. When you've got a passion for them, then people will, respond, I think, to your own passion. And I would say use a platform where it's really easy to just press a button and it just goes to all the platforms, like Spotify, iTunes, whatever.
Great. Anybody else?
Yeah, I just mention something, Elena? Just from my experience about using podcast.ai, I think that's a good place to start, because you can link your YouTube videos to your podcast, and that can also link up to your social media as well. So Elena knows all about that platform, and I've found it excellent. So I'd certainly encourage anyone to try that out to see if it suits them.
I'm over.
Yeah, great. Time over. Okay, thank you, Daniel. So
Thank you, everyone, for your replies, and Elena as well.
yeah, you're welcome. So the next is Christine. What is your question?
Okay. Do you think that it is useful to have a website these days? Because there seems to be conflicting advice out there about that.
Who want to share? I can share my opinion that the website is not necessary, but I would say that you have to have a landing page with your offer, or few pages where you can have your calendar where people can book a call with you. If you have podcast, that they can book a time to be guest on your podcast, at least like few pages where you can send people. Otherwise, if you don't have website or landing page, you always have to look for different links, and sometimes it is time consuming and also confusing which link to send for to who. So when you have website, it shouldn't be like so big website with many pages. You just can have like 5-7 pages, and have the necessary links for your business where you can easily send people, and also which you can share in your social media. For example, when we have podcast episodes, we put replays or trailers, and it is easy to go there for people who want to join Circle and just see, for example, like history of that previous it going, and get them to connect with you. Also, they can book a call, give feedback, fill the form if they want you to contact them. So it is much easier, but it is not necessary. I know people who started business without a website and then they created it. Who else? Yeah, Daniel.
Yeah, I mean, just to complement what Elena was saying, it's not that it's necessary, but for instance, if we want to show where our programs are, or even testimonials or things like that, at least we direct people to one place, and it brings perhaps a small element of credibility, because people will Google you, will look. So it's a plus to have one.
Yeah. Anybody else?
Yeah, I would say it depends where you are in your business journey. How long's your business been running? First off, you got to get your business running. You got to get money coming in. You got to get work, and then you can, I didn't have a website for 2 years and I did very well. And I don't think I've done that much business from the website, but it's good to have a website because people can go, as earlier people said, check you out, run through your stuff, contact you if they want to. And you can always add to the website. So, adding the podcast stuff to the website was easy to add because the website was already established. Adding an event page was easy to add to the website because it's already established. So I wouldn't say it's the first thing to do before you start doing anything. I think the first thing to do is get your business working and then add it as an ad.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it gives structure and more organization to business when you have website, because it's easy to refer people there and then communicate with them. Yes, anybody else?
I think for branding perspective, it can be very useful because you're expressing yourself through one medium. And so you choose the colors, you choose the theme, you choose whatever design that you want. It is representing you. And you put all the contents in there as a central place.
Okay.
And so when you want to interact with people, you just
Thanks.
give them that central place, and they have access to all your programs, all your podcasts, all your workshops, or whatever you have, and they
Right.
can have a good understanding of who you are. If they connect, you continue with that. It is from personal branding perspective, I think it is important to have a website.
Yeah, thank you
Okay.
so much, everyone. Yes.
Time is over.
Yeah. Okay. The next one is Vangelis asking question.
Yes, I would like to have some direction on cover letters. I have never done resumes or cover letters, and I am responding to several different positions. And I've done a lot of research on the stuff, and there's just a lot of different ways to proceed it. And I'm not really sure what people are looking for, because when I was interviewing people, people would say, oh, we've got all these degrees and certifications. And I realized they really didn't have a lot of field experience. So I'm not quite sure how to approach when they say these are all the job responsibilities. You can say yes, 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 or are they looking for how you would present yourself, or a personal touch, or get to emotions, or I'd just like to have some opportunity to see what you guys think about that.
In my opinion, I would put my best qualities forward, the ones that you think the job, or that you suit the job best. And I would put those in the cover letter, and what they list as the important duties, or the things that they've highlighted in their advertisement, they would be the things that I would include in the cover letter, but keep it brief, straight to the point, but very readable, and make it you, because you want to be different to everybody else. I wouldn't get AI to do it. I would write it myself.
Ahmed, thank
Yes,
you.
I would share the standards that you would ask for and core values. Those are so essential in the cover letter. Thank you.
Maeve?
Yeah, I would say it's very sector specific. So I think depending on where you're applying for the work within, I would look at what are the norms there. If they don't ask for a cover letter, I wouldn't give one. They won't even read it. But if it's not a list, right? It's not what's already in your CV, but it's more the story of how you match the CV. So maybe drawing from some experience that you didn't document in the CV itself, but giving examples and not the whole story. You want to leave them hungry to interview you to find out more.
Yeah, thank you, Farzin.
So one thing that I always look at is what value are we bringing to the table? Because I'm sitting as somebody who is receiving those cover letters, and I want to see what they can just add to my company or something like that. So from perspective of a person who is sending the cover letter, it can be something that I can bring this and add this value to your company from the bottom of your heart, because it translates to more value. Because if it's just transactional and checking boxes or something like that, it doesn't create that kind of feeling. But if you truly tell them that what you can do to enhance whatever they have in place already, it can go far.
Thank you. Will?
10 seconds.
Oh, yeah. What I would suggest is very similar to what Farzin just said, but say what you want, what you're looking for. Express your passion. I'm really passionate about X, Y, and Z, and I'm looking for a company that allows me to express that, develop that, contribute that to whoever I'm working with.
Thank you.
Thank you. Right. Okay, thank you. So next is Ahmed. Ahmed, what is your question?
Yes, as I said that I finished writing my book with Gallagher Publishers, and it's time to look for pipelines for distribution. So I want to launch it in US. My question is, anyone have this previous experience, and what would you recommend for the best way for distribution?
Well, I
Is
don't.
there an
When you say distribution, do you mean like Amazon, or do you mean what do you mean? Approaching stores?
yeah, yeah. No, I mean publishers, other publishers to publish, because what in the last
Amazon's
meeting
not
with, yeah,
Amazon.
yeah, go ahead.
I'm just going to say Amazon's not the only way to publish a
Yeah,
book.
yeah, that's the main thing. And the last meeting with them, they said we will look for different pipelines, but which do you think is the best that would help a lot instead of making like 5 contracts or 4 contracts? Why should I do just focus on 1 or 2 for the sales?
In my opinion, I would do some research on who the publishers are, because there's good ones and bad ones that I've heard of. Not that I will mention that, but you need to do your homework and ask people. In fact, I'm going to attend a webinar. It's early Friday morning, my time, 2 a.m. I can't remember the exact time zone that it's in, but it's a woman who's a book writer, and you might be, well advised to go to that, so you can ask questions of her, because she's published books and she's quite experienced.
What do you think are the standards I would look for as a publisher? What are the things that I should ask about? This is my first time.
Well, you need to know what the contract is. How much are you going to get on the dollar for every book sold? Because you hand over the book. If you hand over the book, there's two. You could do it for just America, or you could do it worldwide. If you do it just America, and then future sales go to different countries, every time you're renegotiating a new contract. So I got this from my author friend, who's just sharing it with me at the weekend. But yeah, if you can get a publisher, the publishers don't sell your book. You have to sell your book, is what he told me.
And there's a way to sell your book as well.
I would be thinking about having rights on my book, because that you don't give all the rights to publisher to publish your book, and you don't have rights. I can connect you to publishing.com. They are from US and they're doing good job, so you can meet them and see what they offer, and they can help you to publish the book.
Sometimes you can pay them up front, but you get all the royalties. I suppose there's different ways you can do business with the publishers, and they probably all vary.
I'm wondering, Ahmed, if you could get an agent, right, who would just short circuit a lot of that for you. I don't know.
In our community, we have Pauline, who is helping people to write and publish books. Yes. Also, he's a member of the circle. You can also speak to him, definitely. Yes.
What's his name?
Pauline Prifty. Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
I think it is good to speak to some people and find who you resonate the most and who give you best options. Yes, so thank you. Next is Maeve.
Okay, so I guess I trained with Brave Thinking Institute, which is not dissimilar, I think, to the Procter Gallagher approach. And I've been following their model of workshops and inviting people into coaching programs, primarily through my workshops. And I'm finding it's, I guess, less impactful over time, or at least I'm not converting the same numbers of clients. So I'm having a total crisis in terms of what's the best way to attract clients and enroll clients, and whether I should even change my coaching offer. At the moment, I have a 12-month rolling program, which I love, actually. But anyway, So what do you do when you're having a crisis of faith in your current modus operandi? And how do you know? How do you discern what's a good way to go if you are to change it?
Well, I would say consider you have changed something. Performance is an outcome of the actions you took or didn't take. So, were you doing something and you stopped doing that, or did you start doing something new? I mean, has there been a change in the way you run them, set them up, your messaging?
I mean, not fundamental, no. And the only thing is just in me probably trying really hard. I think there's a lot of push energy in me and trying to promote things.
Yes.
I have started just literally this year, started on Instagram. I've had a podcast for a year and a half. Just brought out a card deck. I mean, I would have thought all of those things were positive. I wouldn't have thought they would have negatively impacted in any way. But those are the new things or the things I've done differently.
Oh, okay. And are they working?
It would appear not.
Right. Maybe you
Yeah.
should try advertising if you haven't done that already.
Yeah. Okay.
Find someone who can really help you with the messaging so you attract the right clients. I mean, I've just gone through a whole breakdown with this, but one of the things I've learned is you've got to before you start, you've got to plan it all out. You've got to know who you're talking to, what you're offering them, who do you want, what are their pain points, what are they dealing with, what do they want to solve? There's a whole lot of research I need to get clear for myself, for my ideal client. And that's who I'm speaking to or will be speaking to in the messaging. Not casting a big wide net at just anybody, because you get just anybody. And most of them don't even, they're not your client, they can't afford you, and it's just literally a waste of time and money.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Ahmed?
Yes, I would say just start eliminating anything that's draining your energy. I'm
Yeah.
sure that lots of things, and I did that before. I found that somehow the podcast, after some time, is draining my energy, and I stopped that. So maybe this was my case. And for you, just focus on doing three things in a great way. I think for you, it would be selling, prospecting every day, and practicing a better presentation.
Okay.
Vangelis?
Yeah, mate, find out if your heart is still in it. This is what happened with me. I know that when I'm all into something, there is no effort at all involved. Because
Love
I
it.
think you said it a little earlier, your energy has changed. And that's what I think I heard when Will said, what's different? And to me, this is exactly the position I was in, because I have been doing things effortless and all of a sudden it stopped. And I said, okay, now I'm forcing things, I'm wanting things to happen.
Yes.
And so my question is just check and do an inventory and see if your heart is still really in it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And
Yeah.
then suggest leverage your podcast and YouTube. And YouTube get more visibility. Like now shorts became 3 minutes. It means that YouTube will show your messages up to 3 minutes to people, random people who are not even your subscribers. So get massive, like record episodes, use shorts. Like I post 6 shorts every day, and we are almost 500,000 views this month. And by the end of the year, we will be 1 million views. Right, so just everything about visibility
Time,
level
Elena.
cast. Okay. Yeah. So next one is Alan. What is your question?
My question is related to the main types of people that I want to speak to. I want to reach out to property owners who have a problem, and I need to reach property investors who may have money to invest. So at the moment, I use a YouTube channel and podcasts, so running them combined, in order to do that. And I wouldn't say necessarily I'm happy with the results. I'm getting views sort of growing organically, but I'm getting nothing like the sort of views that you were describing just now, Elena. So I suppose that there's a bit more to the question is, are these the right platforms to communicate with property owners who have a problem or property investors who may want to invest?
Do you think that they are on YouTube?
Well, I think some of them are. I had a phone call yesterday from somebody out of the blue who said my name had popped up. I'm not sure exactly where it popped up, but I guess on YouTube. And he spoke to me about a site that he wanted to sell. So, and I have had another instance, quite bizarrely, a couple of years ago. There was a landlord in Cornwall, and he had 30 odd houses that he wanted to sell. He was in ill health, and somehow my video had popped up in front of him. And because I offered to buy property at the market price, that attracted him. That struck a chord with him, and so he called me up and spoke to me straight away. I went down to see him and had some discussions with him. So yes, it appears as though some people are on YouTube. I'd like to just be a bit more focused about how I find the right people, though, how I find those property owners who've got problems, because they may be different sorts of problems. They may have a financial problem. They may be going through a divorce, therefore they want to dispose of property. There may be someone who's got an empty building, which is
Alan, yes, let us support you because we
okay. Yeah, I was just
So, Alan, I would like to know, do you want these investors to be in England or in the UK, or does it matter?
Worldwide, you see, because the UK is an attractive place for investors to make money. So,
well, I do know a property investor, and I can put you in touch with her if you want.
Yes,
and that might be a place to start.
Yes,
because she's also got a contact with somebody else who's even bigger than her, way bigger than her. She does some work, so it could be a place to start.
Yes, thank you, Christine.
Vangelis?
Alan, I would go to some of the people that you already have and ask them what did they do, because that's where you might get, as after a survey, find out all the different places, and then you might even be able to see some patterns.
Yes.
Like, is it demographic? Is it culture? Is it income? Is it education? Because that way you can target whatever market based on who it is. And maybe once you see the pattern, it'll be easier to say, well, I get 80% from this group and 20% from that group. And so
Thank you. Thank you.
Next. But also, you're on LinkedIn, aren't you, Alan?
Yes, I am.
What about all your connections on LinkedIn? Why don't you do a search to see who's in real estate?
Yeah.
Just people that you're already connected with.
Yes, yes.
And put an inquiry out to them.
Yes. Next, Elena, please.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Thank
Will?
you very much. Yeah.
Question?
My question is, my ideal client is a business owner, anywhere from 500,000 revenue to 10 million. And I'm going to be rewriting my ads and my messaging, and I can do research, etc. But has anybody got experience with this sort of thing? Where best to look, what best to, get advice from, like that?
Could you tell us more about your business, please?
Oh, I coach business owners to grow their businesses rapidly, increase their time off, get their life to be great. I can coach human beings in any facet of life, any aspect of life. But I seem to have, over the years, attracted business owners. And what I like about business owners is that there's a game they're playing. They're up to something. There's real stakes. So it really matters that they produce results. I like them to produce results. I want to produce results. And they're coachable. They're looking for the edge. They're looking for what is it about them that is holding them back? What is it about them that has them not take the action and procrastinate, or not do what they know they need to do? So I get behind, I get into the back, what's the limiting beliefs going on? What is the, fear that's really going on? And I get right into the background of the human being.
Vangelis?
Yeah, this is something that I have been going through. How did you meet these people in the first place? So, for example, the only way that the people that were my clients opened up is if I was in a project and they got to know me for a couple of weeks. They're not going to watch a YouTube. They're not going to go. I meet them at the resorts, the golfing resorts, all these high price things where you pay $200,000 a year. And so I had to realize I'm not going to find them doing a 2.5 minute video, or they're not going to go to my website. They're not going to go to YouTube.
Yes.
That's just not my client. So what is your client? Where do they actually go, and how have you met them in the past? That's what really helped me, Will.
And Will, I would say maybe speaker engagements, or being at business networks, being at conferences, like the types of conferences that your clients are likely to be at. That kind of personal connection, just like Vangelis was saying, will be a deal breaker, I would say.
Yeah.
What about networking groups?
Yeah.
Business
Yeah.
networking.
Yeah.
I would
Chambers
suggest
of Commerce.
the approach, let it be like asking for help or asking for advice.
Say again, I'm sorry.
Let your approach be like asking for help, or you are asking for help, or you are asking for advice. Like someone is earning 10 million. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So you would ask for advice from him, and then this is how it would be a best way to connect with them, because it's about the connection. It's not about the selling.
Yeah. Mm.
And
So
find
forget
out
selling.
what really triggers them. I
Yeah.
had one guy who he was making $10 million a year, and he was saying, I'm not really interested. And I realized he had a network outage and he couldn't finish his golf game. So the next time I spoke with him, he said, why would I do this? I said, so you can finish your 18 rounds of golf. He says, do it.
Yeah.
Everyone has a trigger. It's not always money.
Yeah.
But
Mm.
find
That's why
out.
listening.
But this means you have to get to know them, like what Ahmed is saying. You have
Yeah,
to get to know them,
listening.
but find out what their triggers are.
Listening will let you earn millions.
Mm.
Listen with your intuition. Thank you. Next.
Farzin?
So my question is regarding the YouTube channel that I'm just starting. So I'm at the starting point, and I appreciate the good practices that that helps me to just promote it and on an organic way to get the best results out of it. And is it important to have it niche down to a specific pain, or I can go a little bit wider on that?
Well, you've got to get your SEO right, and that's a mistake I made because I didn't do that first up. So get someone to help you with your SEO. But what do you mean niche it down, or like what is your podcast about, or your YouTube channel about?
So yeah, let me give you a little bit of background. So I help people to drop their inner resistance and move forward in life. So it can be trapped emotions, limiting beliefs, or many other things that is holding them back. So it's very wide, and but sometimes I feel that I'm not getting good results because it's too wide. So I have to just bring it to a specific pain point or niche to communicate to that specific people.
But if you put different videos, you could do different videos to different people, perhaps.
Okay, thank you, Christine. Alan?
I'd suggest that you consider using vidIQ software that helps you to identify what your competitors are doing in your niche, and also it gives you daily ideas about ideas for videos. So it will tell you hot trends, and it will also prepare thumbnails for you, very eye-catching, snappy thumbnails, and it will also give you tags as well, so that your videos are actually attracting the right sort of viewers. I mean, it's really good software. It'll cost you, I don't know, $100 a month, but it's worthwhile doing to help your channel to grow.
Thank you.
Thank you. Vangelis?
What perspective do you want your clients to have? For example, do you want people that already know their pain points, or do you want people that don't know they even have a pain point? I had to make that huge decision because I said, well, they won't understand. Well, do you want people that don't understand and you have to spend all the time explaining? Or do you want people who already know what you're talking about, so you don't have to put so much effort in and say, are you this? Are you feeling this? Are you having these emotional struggles? Are you having these blocks? Are you having these sabotaging tendencies? And they already know what you're talking about. So find out who you really want to go after. Do you want to have to explain everything, or do you want the people who already know what you're talking about?
Yeah, so make your messages that will resonate with people who you want to help, that when they listen, hear you, they say, oh, this is exactly what I want. So make your messages here. And also, I want to give you all tip. If you record messages below 30 seconds, if you make it 28 seconds, it will be free. It is free advertisement on YouTube, and YouTube will show you these messages 28 seconds. You can put them to be shown before your competitors, like people who are in this field, that people will see your messages. So this is the best way how to get out and be seen for every field. And then also when you do YouTube ads, it is much better than Google ads, because people will watch 60 seconds before they go to your ad. It means that they will already know, and then they go to ad, that they will, when they click, when you will be charged only for clicks, but before they click, they will already know what it is. It is not like on Google when people click without even knowing who you are. On YouTube, they listen, hear you, and click. So it will save you money, and you will get more outreach on YouTube ads.
Okay,
So
thank you, Elena.
It should be recorded in a short format, or the 28 seconds that you're talking about.
Yeah, you just pre-record 28 seconds and put it as a YouTube ad. It will be free for you. If it is exactly 28 seconds and you don't use any link to click, initially you create awareness. Even if they don't click, but they see you every day, they see you, or Farzin comes before everyone else, who I'm already subscribed, and Farzin is here, and I go to another guy and Farzin is there. So it will create awareness. It is for every one of you who just shared. So YouTube ads is really good. Just make sure that there is no link to click, and it is 28 seconds. It is not 30 seconds. And you can also show them where to go. You can just write on the paper and show, just visit my and that's all. Yeah, it will not be considered as the link, but it will make a very big sense. And when you create your messages exactly to your avatar, who will hear this and say, this is I'm looking for, this is my problem, and this is how people will know about you. Yeah. And you
Okay,
do,
we still have 1 minute.
yeah. Okay. Great. So we done. Congratulations. We are just on time. 1 hour. Thank you so much. So I hope that everyone enjoyed our first event, and we will meet in 1 month.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Yeah.
everyone.
Thank you.
Enjoy
Thanks so
your day.
much.
Thanks, Elena. Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.